Speakeasies were established during Prohibition as a way to get legal alcohol. They came into play during the 1920 and 1933 when Prohibition was in play. Speakeasies were the first instance where man and woman drank together, providing a larger stone in women's rights and acceptance. Speakeasies were often high class, some even requiring a suit and tie for men and evening dress for women. Speakeasies were often run by members of organized crime. Prohibition and speakeasies were the spark of organized crime. Prior, it was unorganized and random. Prohibition caused people to become organized and work together via bootlegging and speakeasies themselves. Speakeasies contributed to the Harlem Renaissance because it allowed blacks to drink with whites without racial discrimination. Gangsters such as Dutch Schultz, Al Capone, and Lucky Luciano made fortunes by supplying illegal beer and liquor to speakeasies across the country. Prohibition caused an extremely large rise in bootlegging business, which supplied the speakeasies. Even though alcohol was illegal, most of the public and even government officials disregarded it, making speakeasies very popular and very profitable. The speakeasy got its name because one had to whisper a code or password through a door to be granted entrance. People often drank ethanol during Prohibition as a way of circumventing the law, resulting in many deaths. New York alone had about 30,000 speakeasies. People also believed that if you filtered antifreeze through a loaf of bread, it would become safe and not harm you. This was not true, and people died that way. In Los Angeles, a jury that had heard a bootlegging case was itself put on trial after it drank the evidence. Imported alcohol sometimes became contaminated, and many people became blinded, paralyzed, otherwise injured, or even killed.
Prohibition began on January 16, 1920. Arguments raged over the effectiveness of Prohibition. It appeared to have been successful in some parts of the country, but overall led to an increase in lawlessness. Even though the sale of alcohol was illegal, alcoholic drinks were still widely available at speakeasies and underground drinking establishments. In 1851, Maine became the first state to totally go dry, banning the sale of alcohol except for medicinal, mechanical, or manufacturing purposes. In 1932, the Democratic Party's platform included the promise to repeal Prohibition.
And